Hi guys, Sarah Ansboury here coming to you from my home courts in Vancouver, Washington. Today we're going to talk a little bit about blocking the ball. We're going to talk about two ways to block the ball in two different situations. You know, the reason that we block the ball is if that ball is coming hard, someone's attacking me on the other side, what I like to do is block it if I'm not in a position to attack back, so that I can slow the ball down and reset the point. This is really, really hard if you don't practice. So you really do want to get a partner and really specifically work on this technique to get better at it. So when you are in tournament play or rec play in games, it's an easier situation to get into and you don't get overwhelmed. A lot of the times when someone hits it hard, they think, oh, the point's going to end now. Someone's going to finish it. Well, that's not true. The higher level you play, when someone attacks, you go right back into a reset position and you go over and over and you could do it again. You know, but at the beginner and intermediate levels, it's tough to get there. A lot of times when someone attacks, well, the point's going to end. Someone's going to win it by, keep swinging. But it's not really a very controlled or high percentage way to play. So that's why we work on blocking and resetting. So we're going to talk about the first style. We're going to talk about that we're going to see a little bit later is when I actually notice that my partner is, or I put up a little bit higher of a ball, a higher dink, that I'm going to anticipate that my opponents might attack me. So when I'm able to see that, what I'm actually going to do is take a couple steps back. I'm on the balls of my feet. I'm able to adjust. I'm in my ready position so that I can actually absorb the ball better, okay, and give myself a little bit of a backspin on the ball, push forward over it. This gives me some time to absorb and then do more with the ball. Now, when I'm doing this, I'm in my continental grip. It's easier to get backspin out of this. And the one thing that, I really like to stress is that, doing this doesn't really create really high percentage spin on the ball. Really, the contact on your paddle, the ball on the paddle, that's going to generate most of that spin. And all I'm really going to do is, with this still motion, while I'm keeping it level, I'm just kind of going down slightly. No more than an inch contact. I'm not going any farther than that. And what I'm doing is I'm creating this V shape. You'll hear people say paddle above the wrist. I like to think of it as a V to remember on either side. I can use my left hand to stabilize and use my body, shift my weight. And all I'm really going to do is a little downward motion, anywhere on the court, just in that downward motion. And it's going to create enough spin to drop it right back onto the other side. Okay. So the first one we're going to go into, though, is when I actually don't see, in time that they're attacking, or it's a little bit of a sneakier attack. All of a sudden, I see they're brushing up on the ball and taking a low ball, and they're going to go right at my body or something. Then I don't have time to back up for that. That's a little bit different, because when I do that, all I'm really doing is I'm really meeting the ball. Sometimes I think, oh, it's a high five, I'm not going to slam all the way through, but I'm just going to meet it. I'm going to hit that high five and block it and hold as much as possible. And I'm actually going to keep it below an inch, as close to nothing as possible, where I'm just absorbing. I'm keeping my paddle as flat as I can. I'm not opening it up. Whatever position I'm in, all I'm really doing is creating as much of a wall as possible. Okay. And in that, sometimes I'm going to move away. I'm going to keep it as close to my body as I can. Okay. And a really great tip that I like a lot is I'm going to stand up. Okay. Instead of actually being low and doing this, it actually absorbs and deadens the ball if you're able to stand straight up and just keep that battle right there. Okay. And I'm putting my weight on one leg sometimes to get out of the way of it. And now I can actually move out of the way instead of right at my body, So that's the first one we're going to do. So I'm going to show you a little bit. My partner is just going to feed me some balls. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of keep my paddle in front and freeze as much as I can. Okay. In my ready position so I can react either way. Okay, I'm just going to hold whatever ball's coming. That was a little bit too far in front of me. That was nice. I kept it really close in. All right. Be able to get out of the way on that. That was a little tough too. This is, I mean, it's hard. You can't get enough practice on this. I do this all the time from different positions. Okay. And I'm really just trying to react to the ball. Okay. And that's the tough part, is working on those reactions and reflexes. That ball just keeps coming faster. I like that one. That was perfect. I was able to get down on it too. A lot of times when that ball's coming down, this kind of attack, it's a little bit higher up. It's more up here, around the shoulders. Up here. Okay. Sometimes it's that body shot. A lot of times we go for that left shoulder. Someone, that's where they're trying to hit you. So they go right there. And it's just getting ready for that. Now, actually, a couple times there, what I did, I actually put my left hand on the back of my paddle. That's, you kind of see that more and more. People are putting their left hand there to kind of give an extra push or pressure so that it doesn't kind of flick backwards. You don't see that everywhere, but it's just a natural reaction sometimes. It helps keep that, you know, that paddle a little flatter so I don't get, out of the way of it. There's lots of different ways to do this. It is the shorter I want that ball, you know, the closer into my body, that's the goal. But it is tough. You have a fast ball moving right at your face or your body, and you don't want to hit. And so you're just trying to block it and get out of the way. When you go out too far in front, your paddle tends to open and go up, and that makes that go a little farther. The more that you can keep it just flat, the better it is. It's super hard, but it's worth the practice to keep doing over and over again.